Okay, so let's get to the last part of this, which is going to be building value. So I just kind of covered this a little bit in the last segment, but I'm going to just finish it up here. So building value is going to kind of roll also over into your personal testimony, which we'll be covering next week. But building value. What you're mainly going to be doing is just going over the different aspects of our membership that you haven't covered yet. But let me give some framework here. In this section, we'll talk about this more next week too. We're going to start to really use a lot of tonality, and the tonality we want to use here is a very much like a consultative nature in what we're sharing, where we're simply guiding him like this is like a little league. I'd be instructing someone how to hold, choke up on the bat. Here's where you go. Let me lead you. Very much a leading conversation at this point. And with the building value, you want to have about a total of, I would say, 3 stories max, or you want to have 1 2-minute story. Now, if it's a 2-minute story, this is going to be a transition into what we talk about next week, which will be a personal testimony. Now, I myself don't, usually the people I talk to, and this is kind of a guide for you on what to do, you'll want to use a personal testimony if the person in the that you spoke with had pointed out the the sections on debt collection, contract document review, or letter writing. Those are our 3 main things. So at this point, you need to come with something very different to build value. If they've talked about one of those 3 things, for all 3 of those, then I'm definitely going to hit them with a personal testimony. If they didn't talk about one of those 3 things, I'm going to hit them with whatever one they didn't talk about and a personal testimony. And then I have to kind of adjust based upon how much time I have to. I want to keep the whole thing within about 2 minutes. So I'm going to do a quick personal testimony after this so you can kind of get a feel, because most people, they usually will ask one of the 3 questions.